Hey guys, welcome back to the shop today. Let's do some more bead rolling. Sorry it's been a while since I've posted my last video. Been real busy. We decided to buy a camper that needed a lot more repair than we thought. I also got my 2-year-old daughter a little 50cc four-wheeler that I've been working on. Trying to get that thing running for her. But there's actually racing going to happen in July. The local track, or the track closest to me, is going to be open on July 11th and 12th. So I'm really hoping that we can make some passes out there. So a few more things I need to button up on the Regal. So yeah, I'm going to take the door panels off and we're going to take a look at what we can do for bead rolling, and I'm going to show you kind of how I'm going to map that all out, and hopefully we can put some beads in. Stay tuned. So what I'm going to do is these are sheets of aluminum, some nice thinner gauge aluminum that I have on my doors. I have gutted the doors. I've cut out everything in there that is not necessary. I left a little bit of structure behind where the door handle mounts to. There's some still rigidity back there, and I just left kind of the outer lip of the door, and around this whole thing I cut the crash bars out from the inside, because that stuff I really don't need anymore. And there was actually quite a bit of weight. I think I almost got 30 pounds per door out of that thing with the crash bar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the door. And I'm going to mark all the stuff that might be in the way of the bead roll, so it kind of looks like a door panel would. So now we're going to put some structure in there, in those panels, and I want it to look as good as I can make them. I'm not going to do anything too fancy, but just want it to look custom and look fast. So shout out to Ray from Alabama. He's a recent subscriber to my channel. Something to add to your list of weight reduction is gutting your doors. Half that stuff you just don't need. And you can also go with the Lexan windows. These are all plastic. I got all the windshield, the back windshield, and both doors. You can cut a lot of weight once you get rid of the glass. But yeah, get rid of those crash bars, get rid of the door panels. Another thing to add to your list there, Ray. Sorry for the noise in the background if you can't hear it. My wife decided to mow lawn, perfect timing. But another reason I'm doing this, the bead rolls in the door panel, is these things are insanely loud. Once you got a set of open headers and Lexan windows and all that kind of stuff, it's amazing that drone you get. Inside the cockpit here, and yeah, so I'm hoping those bead rolls in the door panels will actually limit some of that, because they'll be a little bit stiffer. But I'm going to mark these up, and I'll show you once I've got them marked kind of where I'm going with this. Then we'll take them off, put them on the table, and I'll draw out what my view is on what I'm going to put into the door panel. Might be kind of hard to see with the lighting. I'll do my best here. But I just made some marks down on this sheet. That's where my door bar goes. That's this bar right here. I'm hoping to make some contours follow that. I also just put some little lines underneath some of my brackets here. And I traced around, some of the other brackets that are holding the window on. And down where the door trim was, all the way around. And then I also did this little loop here. This is for this part of the dash. So now I know where all my spots are, spots that I need to avoid. I'm hoping to leave a little bit of a lip around the whole thing for where this thing is riveted onto my door panel. So I'm going to get these things off on the bench, and I'm going to draw a design out and see if we can make this work. Hey guys, so I took a quick break to get a haircut. Got a little trimmed up here. It was getting too hot with the hair I had. But we got these. We got the panels marked up. I'll show you what I've got going here. This is the driver's side, and that's the passenger side. I did them as symmetrically as I could, so you can see those black lines. Sorry for the glare. I also had to do this a little strategically because my bead roller only has an 18-inch throat. So let's see if I can show you that there. So this is where my bead roller ends. So I have to be a little strategic into where I put my lines, so I can make sure I can get to all the corners with the dies. These pieces here are going to be like a pocket, and then this outer rim here is going to be raised. It's got about a 2-inch border, and then these will all be pockets. If I had some more special dies, I would do something kind of cool inside here, but I don't. I'm limited to the dies I have right now. I left about an inch and a quarter flange around the outside of the panel. I did that to keep the edges flat for where they are mounting to the door. I'd like to keep that all the same, so I don't have to drill more holes. I'm waiting on my buddy Matt right now. He's going to swing by and give us a hand with the bead roller. Just do a two-man style. That way he can do the rolling while I feed the sheets. Just because they're bigger sheets, and it just will be easier. So yeah, we'll wait for my buddy Matt. Once he's here, we'll finish up these panels and we'll see what they look like. So guys, it's actually the next day. We finished doing our bead rolling last night. I'll just show you kind of what I got here. This is what I ended up with. Again, sorry for the glares. There's the other panel there. Nothing too fancy, and there's definitely a few mistakes here and there. I kind of goofed up in that corner, and a little bit down here there was a little bit of a mess up. But all in all, turned out really good for my first time ever using a bead roller. The aluminum moved a lot easier than the steel that I was practicing with, so that's kind of cool. I'm going to put these things back in the car, and we'll see how they look on the car. Make sure everything fits, see if we have to redo any mounting. But I'll throw these in the car and we'll check it out after that. Well guys, I got the passenger side installed. I'll show you guys what it looks like on the car. Sorry for the bad lighting here. Let me see if I can get a better shot here. But it didn't turn out too bad. It all kind of looks the way I was expecting. It fits rather nice. I had to re-drill a few of the rivet holes that were holding it on, but they were pretty close, so it didn't shift too badly. That's where I'm going to end this video. Bead roller worked out well, especially for a homemade job anyways, and for my first time ever bead rolling something this big. I think it turned out really good. There were some mistakes, like I pointed out before, especially up in this corner here. I mentioned before that careful on how you line up your bead roller and where you put your contours, because you might run out of depth in your bead roller. That is exactly what happened in that corner. I didn't measure out enough, and one of the corners I couldn't get through the bead roller, so I had to kind of start and stop on a corner. So that's kind of where those little mistakes came in. Take your time. It's doable. I think if I would do this again, it would turn out a lot cleaner. But for now, I think this will do just fine on the old race car. So anyway, if you like what you see, please subscribe, leave a comment. Love to chat with you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.